The Lord of the Rings is the most powerful weapon in the world. Just wear the ring will have great power. Anyone who dares to disobey orders will have only one end, which is death. The Lord of the Rings belongs to the Dark Lord Sauron, forged in the doomsday fire of Mordor. Along with 19 other rings, Elf gets 3 rings. The 7 rings are given to the Dwarf King. The remaining 9 are handed over to the Human King. These rings are powerful to protect one's own family. But they all don't know that Lord Sauron's one ring can control other rings. It is the Master Ring. The free world of Middle-earth is about to be occupied by the devil. Humans and elves form an army, ready to attack Sauron, start a decisive battle. The coalition is very powerful. The orc army is about to be defeated. Victory is at hand. But Sauron comes to the battlefield with the Lord Ring. No one can resist his attack. Just when all hope is dashed, Prince Isildur takes up his father's sword, cuts off Sauron's fingers. The half-orc army disintegrate instantly. The coalition wins. The prince has the chance to completely destroy the Lord Ring, but he does not endure the temptation of it, takes it for himself. Ambushed on the way back, the Lord of the Rings is lost and Isildur is killed. The Lord of the Rings has been missing for 2,500 years, until one day it falls into the hands of the monster Gollum. But the Lord of the Rings turns his back on him in the end, and falls in the hands of another hobbit. The Lord of the Rings gives him immortality. The lifespan of a hobbit is 60, but he lives to be 110 years old. He uses the power of the Lord of the Rings at his birthday party, makes himself invisible, goes back to his room. He wants to fly away with the Lord of the Rings, and all this is discovered by the wizard Gandalf, who stops him from leaving with the ring. Gandalf gives the ring to Frodo and tells the secret of the Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings must be escorted to the Elven Kingdom. Dark Lord Sauron already knows the whereabouts of the Lord of the Rings. The fortress of Barad is being rebuilt. Gather countless orcs and sends the Nazgul to find the Lord of the Rings. Gandalf is going to see the Master Wizard. They will meet at the Prancing Horse Hotel. Before leaving, he tells Frodo not to put on the ring, because it will attract the subordinates of the devil. After speaking, they split up. Gandalf comes to Saruman. However, Saruman has already surrendered to Sauron. He would like to have Gandalf in it too. Gandalf would rather die. Saruman steals Gandalf's magic staff and imprisons him in the tower. And Frodo's group meets the Nazgul on the way. They can only escape quickly. They come to the ferry. Temporarily free from the pursuit of the Nazgul, they come to the Prancing Horse Hotel, but don't find Gandalf. Frodo accidentally falls to the ground. The Lord of the Rings is on his finger. His location is discovered by the Nazgul. Fortunately, Aragorn rescues him. Nazgul break into the hotel, but they have left first. Under the leadership of Aragorn, they head to the Elven Kingdom. These trees are uprooted by orcs. A radius of dozens of miles has become a purgatory on Earth. The place is for the orcs to make weapons and armors. The orcs unearths a half-human, half-monster that has been imprisoned for thousands of years. With these armies, Sauron will rule the world. Frodo and the others almost reach the Elven Kingdom. They're going to rest here tonight. The Nazgul still find here. They can only come to the top of the mountain. The Nazgul have surrounded them to take back the ring. They can only fight to the death. The target of the Nazgul is the Lord of the Rings. Frodo has to put on the ring and disappear. But on the other side, he sees something even scarier. Just when the ring is about to be stolen, he desperately takes it back, and is stabbed with a sword. At this time, Aragorn arrives, drives away all the Nazgul. Now they must quickly come to the Elven Kingdom to save Frodo's life. But Frodo can hardly hold on. They have to look around, find herbs that relieve toxicity. Suddenly a beautiful elf comes here. She first takes Frodo to the Elf Kingdom. The Nazgul soon follow. She has to chant a spell. A flood comes. When Frodo wakes up, he finds himself arrived safely in the Elf Kingdom. Gandalf also comes here. He jumped off the tower, rode on a giant eagle. Freed from the control of the Master Wizard. Here Frodo meets Bilbo again. He gives Frodo an armor, light as a feather and strong as dragon scales, and a sword made of elf. Orcs won't dare come near when they see it. Gandalf prepares to give the Lord Ring to the elves for safekeeping, but they don't want to let the Lord Ring stay here. So the representatives of various countries held a meeting to discuss. They decide to send the Lord of the Rings to the flames of the Doom Mountains, completely destroy it. They form the Fellowship of the Ring, leave the kingdom, go to Mount Doom. There will be countless dangers along the way. Saruman's minions block their way. They can only choose to cross the snow-capped mountains. That's exactly what Saruman wants. He standing on the Black Castle says the mantra out loud. A thunderstruck causes an avalanche drowning them all. There's no way out now. They can only choose to go to the mine. This is exactly what Saruman wants to see. Because there are scary things in the mines. They come to a huge mine. There is a door, but it requires a spell to open. Something in the river is approaching. At this time of danger, the door is opened. They come inside. There are dwarfs' bodies all over the place, all killed by orcs. They just want to get out of here. There's a giant tentacle behind him that pulls Frodo away. It's hard to cut off a tentacle. Then countless tentacles emerge from the river. A terrifying monster appears, opens mouth. Frodo is about to become the food of the beast. Aragorn cuts off the tentacles of the behemoth, saves Frodo. They have to go back to the mine. The cave is collapsed, the beast is kept out. Now they can only go through the mine. But at this moment, they alarm the orcs. Countless orcs attack them. A fierce battle defeats all the orcs. But there are orc reinforcements behind. They have to get to the other side of the pit. But there are too many orcs. They are surrounded. A sudden terrifying cry makes all orcs retreat. A more terrifying demon appears. It's the demon of the ancient world, the famous Balrog. It's powerful and terrifying with long and strong arms and wings behind. No one is its opponent. They can only run for their lives now. Gandalf stays to stop the Balrog, but the Balrog is too powerful. It forms a large knife with flames, slashes directly at Gandalf. Luckily he blocks the blow. Balrog is angry, swinging a fiery whip. Balrog just steps forward, the stone bridge breaks. It falls into the abyss. Gandalf just turns back, he is caught in the foot by the flame whip. Frodo tries to save Gandalf, but he says run, fool. Then lets go of his hand, falls into the abyss. Lost Gandalf, they are able to successfully escape the mine. It's hard for them to accept the truth, but they still have an unfinished mission. They must continue to move forward. They come to the forest of the Elf Witch, and are caught by the witches here, because the witches also fear the power of Sauron. Can't let them pass from here. At Aragorn's persuasion, they take them to the center of the elf country. Let the Elf King and the Queen of Light decide this. Soon they come to the Queen. They are all dumbfounded. They have never seen such a beautiful woman. Frodo from this mysterious mirror sees the future. The Lord of the Rings accidentally leaks out. Under his strong will, he breaks free from Sauron's evil eye. The Queen tells Frodo, if he fails, everything he saw will happen. The Queen also has a strong desire for the Lord of the Rings, but under her strong control, she passes the trial of the ring. Now she can let Frodo pass from here. At this time, the half-orc army also ready to go to bring the ring back. Countless orcs reunite, become a ruthless killing machine. They leave the elf country by boat from the waterway. The half-orc army follows suit. To avoid the pursuit, they choose to cross the river at night. Let's add some energy here. Suddenly Frodo is gone. He comes to the depths of the jungle alone. He meets Boromir. Boromir has a desire for the Lord of the Rings, wants to get the ring. Frodo has to put on the Lord of the Rings and disappears. Soon Boromir wakes up and finds out that he made a big mistake. At this time, Frodo sees a huge magic eye, immediately takes off the ring and returns to reality. At this time, the orcs have arrived. Aragorn tells Frodo to run away first, while he fights alone against the orc army. But the number of orc army is too large. Aragorn's teammates also come to help. To keep Frodo safe, the two attract the attention of the orcs, drive all the orcs away. Boromir goes on fighting, but unfortunately, he is hit by several arrows. 2 hobbits are captured. Just as he's about to be killed, Aragorn jumps up, kills this monster with 1 knife. Unfortunately, however, he still fails to save Boromir's life. Frodo and Sam continue to murder Volcano, complete the mission to destroy the Lord of the Rings. And what danger awaits them as they go to rescue the 2 hobbits? Can they destroy Sauron? What about the Lord of the Rings with magical powers?